Thanks, Chris, and thanks, Mayor and members of City Council for joining us today. It's an honor to be here and bring 9 of my 11 bosses with me. Make sure that I stay in line and to see what I say. I also want to thank the CBDA for sponsoring this really fantastic anniversary party, because many of you might know today marks my 1-year anniversary in my new job. So thank you. And what a year it's been. I wish I could tell you all the amazing things that happened in this great city. And I could do that if you all were willing to stay here the remainder of the afternoon. But since you probably have things to do and places to go, I'll just focus on some of the highlights that were accomplished across the city. We finished 2016 with a bang right here in Town Center. Congratulations on another hugely successful last night on the town. And thank you, Jeannie. You throw one heck of a party, and my wife and I had a super time. I'll be back. But let's rewind and look at some of the other high points of the year in the Central Business District and throughout the city. Town Center is the major center of gravity here in Virginia Beach, and it's critically important that we continue to grow this area into one that offers our citizens another lifestyle choice, one that provides living, working, and entertainment opportunities in a single environment. Armada Hoffler, in partnership with the City of Virginia Beach, broke ground on Block 9, Phase 6, a $41 million investment that adds retail, Zyder's American Theater, a restaurant, and apartments. This will add another level of dynamic environment that already exists in this area. Pembroke Mall celebrated its 50th anniversary by getting a major facelift and some terrific new retail additions. Welcome aboard Nordstrom Rack, REI, DSW, J. Crew, and Fresh Market. But those aren't the only special additions to Pembroke Mall or our town center. In addition to retail, opportunities for entertainment are essential for a balanced economic center. Soon, thanks to Ramsey Smith, Richard Oliveri, and Fred Napolitano of Pembroke Square Associates, will welcome a unique 40,000 square foot entertainment center. Uptown Alley is a large, upscale facility that contains a bowling alley, billiard tables, arcade area, retail, restaurant, and a venue for live shows. As you heard last week, Wegmans is coming to town. And I'd like to acknowledge Mike Siphon and his team for helping make this happen. For anyone who's not been in a Wegmans, you're about to experience one of the greatest supermarket events ever. Right after the news broke, we got an email from a Virginia Beach resident that sums up the excitement across our city. I grew up in Rochester with that store, and I've been waiting over 40 years to live close to a Wegmans again. Judging from some of the exciting news in Town Center in 2016, it was a very good year in Virginia Beach. While we didn't get everything, like light rail, our city accomplished a lot. Over the years, Virginia Beach has received top rankings in numerous national surveys, and in 2016, the beach continued to make headlines. One of the best headlines from last year, Virginia Beach is named one of the top 50 large cities in the U.S. to start business because of our environment, access to resources, and overall costs. That translated into some solid new business startups last year. No one understands better than the people in this room that small businesses are critical to the success of any community and represent the lion's share of our economy. More new business startups in the region happen right here in Virginia Beach, and we have 15 companies on the list of the country's fastest growing companies. Growing our economy means growing businesses and adding jobs. Every EDIP dollar we provide leverages $34 in private investment. That is the kind of performance any community would be happy to claim. In 2016, the city reached an all-time high in SWAM awards. We spent a total of $34.7 million on women, minority, and service-disabled veteran-owned businesses, which is an increase of over 24% of our spending in 2015. To be a best large city to start a business, the council recognized the need to diversify our economy and invested in developing our biomedical initiative. 155 acres of our land at Princess Anne Commons was transferred to the Development Authority for creation of the Virginia Beach Biopark. Our first biomedical incubator, Sanyel Biotechnology, now occupies the new bioaccelerator at Tidewater Community College. Headline number 2, Virginia Beach is the third most caring city in America. That didn't surprise me, except that why weren't we number 1? The survey considered volunteerism, charitable giving, and child poverty rates in determining these rankings. I'll highlight just 3 of the major projects in 2016 that support this designation in our great city. First, thanks to the efforts of Mayor Sessoms and the City Council, along with the Secretary of Homeland Security and Veterans Affairs, Admiral John Harvey, we will be able to care for our military veterans in a new $48 million, 120-bed Veterans Care Center that will be built in Princess Anne Commons. Second, we will care for our homeless and our citizens in need through the new $30 million Housing Resource Center that is currently under construction with SB Ballard at Witchduck Road near Southern Boulevard. Finally, the city's spirit of caring was truly tested when Hurricane Matthew devastated more than 2,200 homes, apartment complexes, and dozens of businesses. Yet, because of the amazing efforts of volunteers participating with Operation Blessing, the military veterans of Team Rubicon, our police, fire, and sheriff academy recruits and their training staffs, as well as citizen volunteers from across the city, we mucked and gutted, we hauled debris, and provided food and clothing and sheltered our citizens in need. The United Way, Salvation Army, and faith-based organizations helped us distribute those donations to include furniture and bedding. And thanks to Mattress Firm, who donated 100 mattresses, we were able to help people who lost everything. FEMA provided individual assistance with a first-class response team and volunteers who went door to door in affected neighborhoods just to contact those affected citizens so that they knew assistance was available. I especially want to thank the members of City Council who were on the ground next to our city staff members in support of the many families and businesses as they begin the long road to recovery. If we stand out as a caring city, we shine in our commitment to making Virginia Beach a city for the next generation and positioning us to be globally competitive. We haven't reached our goals in technology, but we are working toward them. And with continued support of our City Council, we will demonstrate why the Center of Digital Government called Virginia Beach the leader in this area. Virginia Beach will be the Mid-Atlantic Transoceanic fiber cable landing site, providing a gateway to Europe and South America. Google, Microsoft, and Facebook will be joining the ranks of businesses here in Virginia Beach. Our investment in Next Generation Network will provide broadband services throughout the community, connecting government facilities, underserved areas, corporate business parks, and special economic growth areas. We will soon have more than 120 miles of fiber for this network throughout the city. The Commonwealth of Virginia has more than 100 cyber attacks a day. Virginia Beach is poised to be a national leader in cybersecurity. We are developing this as a strategic business cluster, and we're helping to educate our residents and businesses in ways they can protect themselves. Apps is where it's at. And in our digital world, our Virginia Beach application development team continues to expand our footprint in this area. Through our app portal, VB Connect, you can download more than a dozen programs that put information and services literally in the palm of your hand. Check it out. Our communications office uses technology to inform and engage citizens, and it is paying off. During Hurricane Matthew, we were able to reach more than 500,000 citizens with some of our most critical messaging. Our technological investments are supporting our efforts to be more transparent. In 2015, we launched our Open VB platform, starting with Open Budget. We followed up in 2016 with Open Performance and Open Data Portals. You can find everything from crime stats to the latest health inspection of your favorite restaurant. USA Today provided us with another great headline from last year when it ranked our boardwalk 5th on its list of best boardwalks in America. Our boardwalk is the signature infrastructure investment for one of our major industries, tourism. In fact, last year was another record year for tourism in Virginia Beach. Our annual hotel occupancy rates, when compared with competitors, is showing substantial gains. Revenue was up over 11%, and our top 2 percentage growth months were in the shoulder seasons of October and March. This shows that we are finally making headway to become a year-round destination. This is an amazing revenue chart. For the first time, we crossed the $1 billion revenue mark in the month of October for restaurant revenues. In the past, it was November and December before reaching this level. To keep our boardwalk an inviting place, we have invested in new LED lighting to modernize the look and improve the visibility for evening strolls. We currently have installed over 300 of those new LED lamps, and we have another 270 in the process of being installed. The largest private project underway in our city is the renovation of the historic Cavalier and the construction of the private residences adjacent to it. Add to that the upcoming Marriott Tower, conferencing area, Cavalier Beach Club, 500-space parking garage, and the Embassy Suites Tower, and you have a $350 million upper upscale project that will anchor the north end of our oceanfront resort. These are 2 headlines in one because they speak to something with which I think we will all agree. Virginia Beach is one of the best cities in which to live and one of the top areas for families. As Mayor Sessoms likes to say, how lucky we are to live where everyone else wants to vacation. This slide gives you a snapshot of the hundreds of reasons Virginia Beach was chosen as one of the best cities to live and raise a family. Our quality of life is enhanced by our public safety, quality of public schools, child friendliness, infrastructure investments, and our recreational, outdoor, and entertainment amenities. When the new 32,087,000 square foot Kempsville Recreation Center opens early summer, we will have all 7 of our rec centers operational. Because we only have 210 parks in this city, we thought we needed a couple more. So thanks to Luke Hillier for gifting the cool Oceanfront Fitness Park. And next time you are looking for a great outing, please check out the new 20-acre Pungo Ferry Landing Park located on the North Landing River. And yes, we have a boat launch there. We recognize the economic value of our schools and what they provide to us. That's why we couldn't be more proud that all Virginia Beach public high schools made the Washington Post America's Most Challenging High Schools list. The Aquarium had another amazing year and set revenue records in membership, admissions, and store sales. Last year's attendance was second only to 1997, when the aquarium expanded and tripled its size. And oh, by the way, our aquarium had more paid attendance than all of Williamsburg. We continue to be one of the safest cities in the United States, with low crime rates, fast response times, highest quality of training and equipment. Thanks to all the public safety professionals for their service, because they make this community one of the best places to live and raise a family. How good could we be if we didn't keep building and improving roads? One of the best examples is the completion of Lynnhaven Parkway that now runs from Virginia Beach Boulevard all the way to Volvo Parkway at Greenbrier. Another example is the complete replacement and widening of the $119 million Lesner Bridge. The westbound span was completed, and all traffic has moved to the new bridge as we move forward with the demolition of the two older spans. History was made in 2016 when the Hampton Roads Transportation Planning Organization and the Hampton Roads Transportation Accountability Commission approved the largest number of major long-awaited projects for our region. If you add up all those colored boxes, the number exceeds $8.3 billion. These actions will change Hampton roads forever. We sincerely appreciate Mayor Sessom's leadership of the HR TAC and the work that he did to accomplish this. So, how do we maintain our momentum and continue to move our community forward in 2017? Sure, I have to maintain a focus on delivering quality services to our citizens and our businesses. And I've got to assist the City Council in creating a balanced budget. But my major challenges are creating and supporting economic growth. And that's where you all come in. I'll highlight just 10 of the initiatives on my list of priorities for this year. First, we must continue the expansion of the strategic growth areas and special economic growth areas. We will focus on projects to include Phase 7 of Town Center and City Hall. And some of you may not understand or realize our City Hall is now approaching 50 years and is failing. And the City Council must make a decision this year whether or not to build a new building at the Municipal Center or whether or not to consider moving City Hall to Town Center. We also will focus on Cleveland Street from Witch Duck to Columbus and the Lynnhaven Corridor and Princess Anne Commons and Burton Station. Second, we will focus on modernizing the resort and incentivizing investments in tourism, including the arena, entertainment district, which you all may remember as the Dome, a field house, and new hotels. Third, we will leverage the city's financial position to save money on bonds and look for opportunities for public-private partnerships, whereby the city can provide infrastructure support to private investment. Fourth, we will continue our emphasis on growing our biomedical and cybersecurity clusters. All of this will help us make progress in the fifth item on the list, and that is attracting and retaining millennials and Gen Z, which combined make up 50% of our United States population. Number 6, without light rail, we must refine our comprehensive transportation plan and focus on road and bridge projects, frequent and reliable bus service, multimodal pathways, and incorporating the use of smart technologies. This includes commencing the Interstate Modification Report, known as an IMR, for the interchange of I-264 and Independence, that which serves the Central Business District. The seventh goal is to be ready to complete with shovel-ready projects if and when the new administration initiates its domestic infrastructure program. Rounding out our top 10 list of priorities for the coming year is number 8, developing a housing strategy that revitalizes our suburban neighborhoods and creates an urban lifestyle choice. Number 9, designing and constructing effective flood control projects. And 10, continuing to support our military bases and the sailors, soldiers, and airmen and their families. So there you have it, a year in review and an ambitious agenda for the mayor and the city council to discuss at their upcoming goal-setting workshop. No doubt they will identify additional priorities, so stay tuned on their decisions. From the smallest entrepreneur who wants to open a new business to the largest developer who wants to commence the next phase of our town center, we need creative ideas and a willingness to work as partners, government and business together. And in doing so, we will remain nationally relevant and make headlines again as the greatest city in the world. I was asked to stand by for questions. How'd I do, Mayor? All right. On this anniversary of my first year with 9 of my bosses here, I thank you for your trust and confidence. I know I'm a little loud, I know I'm a little boisterous, I know I'm a little aggressive, but I do it from the heart because I too care about our city. Thank you.